welcome back to my channel. My name is Maggie. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my July budget. It's kind of two-part. I have my planner here. I love the Golden Coil planner because I can have two monthly spreads. You can customize the whole layout of this planner. So I have one just for my finances. So I'm going to share that with you. And then we're going to talk through category by category, each line item of my budget, what my plans are for July. So let's go ahead and begin here. So this is my July spread. So really the biggest items kind of that are different for July is, of course, the 4th of July holiday, Independence Day. I'm off on Monday from work and I'm taking the 5th off as well. For an extra day there. And I have a vacation fund that I have, in my budget every month. And I'm planning to budget $100 for the weekend. So that's really, if I'm buying extra food or we're going out, kind of whatever that is, I have $100 extra set aside for the holiday weekend. So that is something that's a little bit different than my normal, monthly situation. So I wanted to call that out. Otherwise, everything else seems pretty basic and kind of normal. I give myself a spending allowance every Friday and I go grocery shopping every Monday. So that's why I have those highlighted there. So that's kind of the biggest thing. The other thing to note, I am a cashless spender. I'm completely debt free, except for my mortgage, and I do still use credit cards. So July, August, and September for my Discover credit card, the 5% cashback category is restaurants. So I'm going to try to remember when we eat out to use my Discover credit card to get 5% cash back instead of like my normal Capital One that I use, just because I get more cash back, whereas my Capital One is like 2% on everything. So I'd rather get the 5% at restaurants. So that is the spread overall. Let's go ahead and dive into the actual budget here. So I did already kind of set this up, and I do kind of play with my numbers on a spreadsheet before I share this with you guys, but I have kind of everything in place here. So focusing on my budgeted column, I am working with $4,409.62 for my total income. I am a zero-based budgeter, so I will be bringing that all the way down to zero between all the different categories. And I am going to start with this expense section. So this doesn't change too much. The first one is my mortgage, $1,011.86. My HOA is $263.15. Insurance, let me double check. This one seems to fluctuate here and there. $175.93. Utilities this month, $55.50. So if you don't know, I'm kind of like a month ahead on my utilities. So this is what came out in June, and I'm refilling my little fund for utilities. I hold it at $300 and then just replenish it each month. So $55.50 is what came out in June. So I'm replenishing it so that beginning of July, I start with $300 again. Okay, phone, $84.16. I did get a notice that this is going to adjust just slightly in August. So that'll be a change for the future. Subscriptions, $43.59. We have Spotify, Netflix, Amazon. I think that's it these days. I'll have to double check, but those are the three we're working with. Groceries, I am going to increase from $500 to $550. Just in the summertime, we tend to buy more groceries. We're out on the lake a lot, so we pack like picnic lunches and whatever. And just the cost of groceries has been, increasing. So I am going to make that change to increase it to $550, and we'll see how we do there. I do split groceries with my boyfriend. I do most of the grocery shopping, and then he, contributes to that. So we'll see how we end up at the end of July. Gas, I'm going to keep at $60. I have been over on gas a few times, but it's been on certain circumstances. But 60 tends to work really well for me. I work from home, and then I live in a really small town, so I just don't really drive a ton unless I'm going, on a drive like maybe a few hours away to like Minneapolis area, which I don't know, doesn't happen super often. Spending $500, the usual. We'll see if I can stay within that. That one tends to go up a little bit, but overall doing okay with my, annual goals. So this expense section, this whole total for the purple is going to be 2,744.19. And this gives me a remaining of 1665 and 43 cents. So I'm going to be working with this 1665 going into the funds section. So this is kind of like sinking funds and cash envelopes. If you've seen other people's budget videos, I just lump them all into one section because again, they're just different bank accounts for me. I don't have like different envelopes for them necessarily. These stay pretty similar throughout the year. So annual 120. I will be checking on my car registration. That's typically due in August, but I might prepay it. I do need to look that up online though. Miko's my cat. He gets $40 a month for his, cat food, litter, whatever. Incidental gets $50 a month. This is for kind of any, unplanned expenses. It's kind of like my cushion fund. Vacation, $250. I probably will be increasing this later in the year. We have a couple of trips coming up in the fall, like fall, early winter, that I need to save a little bit more for, but for right now, I'm just going to keep it at $250. Beauty gets $50 a month. Car, $50 a month. This is more for like maintenance type things. Gifts gets $80 a month. Nothing really to report there. Opportunity, $20 a month. That's my giving fund. Home gets $50, and then my emergency fund. So my number one priority right now is finishing my emergency fund of 3 months worth of expenses. So what I'm going to do is put all of my excess money into this category. I'm actually pretty close to finishing it, so it'll be interesting to see in my actual when I do my check-in in August to see if I needed the full amount or if I'm able to complete it. So the extra money I have is $830.43. So this whole section of funds totals $1540.43. And that gives me a remaining of $125. So moving down into investments, Betterment always gets $25 a month. That's a taxable brokerage account. And my Roth IRA right now is getting $100 a month. I do have like a 401k with my company, so this is just a separate retirement account, but this is going to be that last 125. So I am at zero now. I have planned all of my money throughout all the different categories. I don't have any plans for cash flow this month. I will update you if that changes. But all in all, that is where we are at for the budget. So my top two priorities, number one, to finish that emergency fund. I should be on track to finish it in July. We will see though. And then if I do finish that, my next number one priority is to max out my Roth IRA for the tax year of 2022. So any sort of extra money will start be funneling out of the emergency category into the Roth IRA category. But that is where I am at for July. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'd love to hear from you how your budget is going to be playing out for July. Are you making some different changes for the summertime, for 4th of July, or maybe you're not in the US and you have other things going on? I would love to hear about it in the comments down below. But that's going to be it for me today. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one.